Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So here is my Cz75 SP01. I was going to do it on camera, but you know what? It's just too much of a bitch and it took me a little bit of time. But look, I removed that curve trigger, put the Combat, old style Combat, I believe they call it the Combat 85 trigger. But man, what a difference, okay? Got a snap cap in there. Let's rack her. Now, just the way it feels in the finger, with your finger here. When I got this gun and I went and shot it right away, it was horrible, man. The recurve with my finger, I guess I got fat fingers, I don't know, but it just didn't work well with me. It bit and it hurt. It made it uncomfortable. In fact, it was like, man, I don't want this gun, you know? So then I started doing some research and found this trigger. Have not got to the range, of course, to go shoot it. I've been a little under the weather and everything. I just put this trigger in last night, but I will say it feels way better. I mean, watch, here's your take up. Of course, it didn't really change anything except, you know, the trigger. So the feel, but here you go. Here's your break. Pretty good. Still, you know, honestly, let me see if I can rack this without having my snap cap fly out. But I know people do all kinds of work to these triggers, but they're not really that bad out of the box. Here's your reset. I know it's a little bit long than, you know, other guns, obviously. It's no 1911 or, you know, no Glock or whatever, but you could fix that. You can get a short reset kit. I'm going to get one. I'll install it. But look at that. Feels real good. And then here's your double action. It's actually it feels in your finger, it just feels so much better. And it's polished. This is polished pretty well. And it just glides with your finger. It really does. Look at that. I really like it. So obviously, excuse me, obviously I installed a new trigger pin here, floating trigger pin. Okay, the one that you get is, you know, kind of like a roll riveted looking pin. You got to pull that thing out and then push this one in, and this is way easier to get in. That trigger spring that's in there, trigger return spring, is a complete bitch. The best way to do it is have the trigger bar out of the gun and install the slave pin in it with the spring. Do it that way and then install it in the gun. If not, you're going to be fighting it. But yeah, so far I'm really loving this handgun right here. I really am. Need to go out and shoot it, but this thing has awesome ergos. I mean, if you feel it, I mean, if you guys ever held a CZ, I want to change the safety to a extended safety, more like how I can actuate it. See how sometimes my thumb misses it, but I want an extended one so I won't miss it. Obviously, it'll feel more like a 1911. But I really like that. Now I'm debating on. I have a flat trigger. CZ custom flat trigger. I'm debating on leaving it like this, putting the short reset kit in it and calling it a day, or putting the flat trigger and of course short reset trigger or short reset and just have it single action. Okay, I'm thinking of converting to single action. I'm just not sure yet. Just thinking about it. I can, now that I've taken it apart a couple times, it's not really that bad. You get the hang of it. The hammer I want to replace also. I want to put a race hammer in it. I heard that'll help the trigger pull tremendously, and so I'm going to probably do that as well. But you'll be seeing that over the next month or so. This will be kind of like my project, tinkering around with it. Maybe I'll try to put it on video. I don't know. You know, it's kind of difficult. I was going to show the other on video, but like I said, you know, springs flying and shit like that. And then trying to do it in front of the camera. It's hard, but we'll see what happens. But I gotta say, awesome gun. I love the way it fits in the hand. My favorite gun is the 1911, and I still think the 1911 feels better to me anyway. Okay. I love this Springfield. I really do. This is the one I tricked out with all Wilson Combat and Ed Brown parts. I changed it to a standard safety on the left side instead of ambi. I took the ambi off, and I like it way better. I had to work it over so you can hear that engagement. It just sounds awesome, so positive. And that took me a little bit of filing, and it went right in. And of course I have Wilson combat hammer, sear, disconnector, Ed Brown slide stop, Smith & Alexander, magwell. So, I mean, this thing's completely tricked out. The only thing that's original is the script safety is spring-filled and the trigger spring-filled, okay? And the mag release, which is fine by me. I mean, all that stuff is not going to break. It's not prone to breakage. The other stuff could have been because it was MIM, so I removed all the MIM stuff. Don't get scared of being shot here, guys. I don't know why everyone gets all pansy about that. If I shot anyone, I'd shoot myself. And there's no bullets in this thing, so anyway, I got a snap cap right here, okay? Nothing in the chain, but the action on this thing is awesome. I mean, just butter. And it's funny because this thing has been super reliable. You know, I got about 500 rounds through it in between doing different things to it, and there has been not one issue at all, nothing. It's flawless, and that's what I love about these Springfields. And I did a lot of research before buying this because I had a Kimber before, and the Kimber I bought it used, so it always worked. But it's funny because my uncle has a brand new Kimber. I think it's the Eclipse model. We went to go shoot it, and every other shot's a failure to feed or whatever. It keeps jamming. You got to put like 500 rounds in it just to get it to start shooting correctly. And I don't like all that break-in period bullshit. I don't. If a Springfield, as inexpensive as these things are, can just shoot right out of the box with no issues, I'm all for it. I'd rather customize it, save myself some money, customize it, do it the way I want to do it. I mean, these aren't cast parts, you know, not cast frame. This is all forged stuff. So this is a good ass gun. And if you can, you know, if you want to spend money on a Les Bear and get everything like that already done, do it. Because you know what? I probably will. I'd like to get a Les Bear, so that might be my next one. But I'm not going to fuck with Kimber anymore. I'm not messing around with any of those other guns. I want either a Springfield that I can modify or something high-end. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Oops, knocked the camera there. But the trigger pull on this thing, nice. I love it. It's probably, I think it's right at 4 pounds, which is perfect for me. So anyway, this was supposed to be a video about the CZ, but you know what? These are both currently my favorite guns. I love them both. This thing I love even more now, finally, because of this. But I'm going to trick this out. In my state, California, this bullshit state, I can't buy a Shadow 2. That's what I wanted. So I'm going to trick this out, and eventually it'll look like a Shadow 2 kind of. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please like. And I will see you in the next one. You take care. Oh, if I don't see you, have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. Bye-bye.